So clearly, I don't know when to stop when I'm ahead. So let's talk about why Nicki and Azealia are picking sides in this whole like Ethel and Lana thing going on. And before any of the like Nicki stands come for me, like I am a barb, like don't even. And I know that like Lana Hive is going off on me, and they're like, she's fat shaming, baby. Chill. Dear diary, okay? Like all four women have gone triple platinum in my bedroom, so don't even. From an astrological perspective, because that's always what I do in Vedic astrology, I kind of just wanted to take a look at their charts to see why it seemed like Lana was getting the alignment from Nicki and why Azealia was aligning with Ethel. And really, it ultimately came down to like prophets versus queens. And yes, I know it's a messy background. So like really when I looked at Nikki's chart, she has the Jyeshta sun, which is all about authority and like really holding court, an Atara Falguni moon, which is about legacy and recognition, an Atara Ashada moon, which is all about empire building and loyalty to the people that survive, and a Mula Mercury Venus K2 cluster, which is like very sharp tongued. It's all about telling the truth no matter how much it hurts, but it's also about protecting your own narrative. And then Azealia's chart, she has a Kritika rising conjunct Mercury, so she's also sharp-tongued, but she's focused on cutting down institutions, whereas Nicki is focused on maintaining her own position. She's also a Rohini sun, so she really loves to perform. She loves attention, obviously, and so that's what, she's doing. Both of these women have charts that say that they really do like to just kind of get involved in drama here or there. And then she has a Purva Ashada moon conjunct Uranus, Neptune, and Lilith. So this is like chaos oracle energy. She thrives on like outsider, like mysticism. And so that combined with her Pushya Mars conjunct Jupiter, it means that like she loves something that can be a crusade for her. And so why would Nicki Minaj naturally gravitate towards Lana, even though she hasn't historically been interested in any of Lana's music, at least by her own account on Twitter? I mean, it ultimately comes down to like Lana's chart being throne coded, and that resonates with Nicki's placements. So Nicki's Jyeshta sun respects women who survive backlash and who maintain their crown. And so that's why she naturally is drawn to Lana's Ardra sun conjunct Mars and Ceres. It's that raw, artistic, kind of disruptive energy. And then Nicki's Mula stellium is drawn towards Lana's Ashleisha moon because it's a little bit manipulative, a little bit hard to read emotionally, and Mula loves that kind of slippery energy because it also mirrors her own ability to weaponize a narrative. And before you say that I'm like talking badly about them, calling them manipulative, I have both of these placements, so like go off. Also, Lana's Bharani Venus conjunct Rahu on the descendant, her whole feminine image is like really big and brash. And like then with Nicki's Atara Falguni moon, like she relates to women who are like that feminine icon, that like archetype, right? No matter how polarizing they are, no matter what's going on, she is going to gravitate towards that if it is in any type of feud. And then finally, I mean, it just comes down to Lana being an embattled queen figure, and Nicki is going to align with that over what she sees as an insurgent, which is very much Ethel in this dynamic. And so why would Azealia be drawn towards Ethel Cain? I mean, it really comes down to like outsider status. So like Ethel has this like kind of mysticism in her chart with her Atara Vajrapada sun that really speaks to Azealia's Purva Ashada placements and her that big cluster that she has. And then with her Kritika rising conjunct Mercury, Azealia loves this idea of like breaking through these existing institutions and being any type of outsider. And so Azealia has that in her chart, so then she likes the fact that in Ethel's chart she has that Shravana moon conjunct Uranus, which is very much an outsider. And then Azealia loves this idea of something that is both like grotesque and gorgeous, and that is the definition of Ethel's Revati, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, and Ceres conjunction. It's communicating sweetness and beautiful things with doom at the same time. It's almost like telling a horrific story, but in a beautiful voice. So like when Azealia calls Ethel Cain witchy Cain, like it's not just a joke. Like astrologically, Ethel is the dark witch oracle, and so Azealia can't like help but project onto that, even if it is maybe contradicting some of her past like comments about trans women, whatever. It ultimately comes down to like the throne keepers versus the witch prophets, and so Nicki was always going to side with Lana in this, and Ethel was always going to get Azealia's support in this, not because of necessarily them agreeing with their particular stance or even them liking their music necessarily, but just because really they're recognizing themselves in these people. really, which is very similar to stan culture. I'm just saying. I see you in my comments. So at the end of the day, this is all about real recognizing real, queens defending queens, and witches recognizing witches. I mean, that's just what it is. Also, just kind of getting involved in something that feels lighthearted enough to be able to get involved in without like having to get too deep. I mean, that's why Nicki was just kind of shit posting on Twitter, why Azealia was doing the same, and why Ethel's not paying attention to any of this. So yeah, that's my analysis. Follow for more.